Welcome. We're here at the Online Marketing Rockstars, and with me is Shaul Olmert, the co-founder of Playbuzz, a company that gained huge traction last year and actually topped off the charts for Facebook shares this month or past month again, in front of BuzzFeed, another company we all know about. So my first question is obviously, what is your secret, in your opinion? What is the secret of Playbuzz?
I think that we hit a very important chord with online publishers. We created a platform that is free and very easy to use and enables every content publisher, every blogger, every brand or agency to very easily create the kind of content that is very successful on social media. So, we provided them the set of tools to use all of their internal in-house content and editorial expertise in order to create content that will really go viral and will really gain user traction.
Okay, can you give us an example for that kind of content?
Sure. So we work with thousands of publishers all over the world. In the US with companies like AOL, MTV, Yahoo. In Germany with Bild and Focus and Express and a bunch of others. And what all of them do is that they mainly write articles. They sometimes post videos. And now they can use the Playbuzz platform in order to complement all of this content with quizzes and listicles and memes and surveys and a bunch of other what we call playful formats. So kind of content that is shorter, easier to digest, and more shareable by nature.
Okay. You received some venture capital when you started in 2013, right?
Yeah, we founded the company in 2012. We raised the seed money of $800,000, which lasted us for 3 years. A few months ago, we announced $3 million of Series A funding from Carmel Ventures in Israel. But the company is already profitable. So we now don't live on our investors' allowance, but on our own profits, which is obviously healthy.
Yeah. And how many people are you right now?
We have 60 people working in the company, but I was not in the office for the past 2 days, so maybe this number has already changed because we're really on a hiring spree. Given the kind of very high, high-paced, high-growth success that we've had, we are ramping up the staff really quickly over the past few months. So we grew over a year from 6 people to 60, and the expectation is that in 2015 we'll probably double it.
Okay. And you create content yourself in-house, but a lot of your content is created by users. So I guess most of your employees work as some sort of community managers, or are they actually mostly editors?
So it's an important question. Our employees are divided between engineers, marketing, operations, business development, a lot of different departments. But on the content side, we do create some content, but it's more like experimental and kind of a guidance. Like whenever we launch a new format, such as we recently launched a format called the Gallery Quiz, which is a visual Pinterest-like quiz experience. And when we launched it and we want all of our partners to start using it, we have to set an example for how it's best used. So we have an internal content team that creates some samples, but 98% of the content on Playbuzz is created by the community, which is publishers and end users and bloggers and everyone else. So we are not really an in-house editorial. To be honest, I just visited in Berlin yesterday, and I met the newsrooms of Bild and Der Welt and other important magazines. They have a real editorial. We don't have that. It's not in our DNA. We're not an editorial-driven company. We're a platform company. The content comes from the newsrooms and the editorial people of all those great brands that they are the best in the world in creating engaging content.
Okay, to sum this up, you see yourself or Playbuzz more as a technology company than a publishing company?
Yeah, I'll put the question back to you. How do you view YouTube or Twitter? Are they more of a platform or more of a publisher?
It's obviously platform. Yeah.
Well, it is, but it's also hard to answer because YouTube, for instance, has huge editorial power, because if they decide to promote a clip on their homepage, this clip will be the most viewed video in the world. So they also have direct-to-consumer reach, but they built it on the backbone of this great platform they created, which is really what we're trying to do. We feel that the world of publishing is changing. Publishers used to be all about the content. Now publishers are not only using their own editorial voice, they are also curators that give their audience a chance to participate in the content creation to various degrees. So we've seen the likes of Huffington Post do it very well as BuzzFeed and many other more niche-oriented websites such as Bleacher Report or Movie Pilot from here in Germany. And we're doing the same in the playful content category.
Okay. You already said that you're profitable right now. So I need to ask, if I look at your website, I see some ads, obviously.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, you don't charge the publishers using your platform. So I need to ask, how do you make money?
So you've answered it. We just monetized the traffic on Playbuzz.com. It's a very highly trafficked website. We had more than 80 million monthly uniques in January. So by virtue of that, we make enough money to get by. It's not necessarily the most scalable business model that we see for the long term, but for now it pays the bills, and it's good to be break even or profitable. And you're right, we don't charge our partners. The reason we don't charge our partners is that if we got into a relationship of payment with them, then their interest will be to reduce the payment as much as possible, and our interest will be to squeeze as many cents as we can out of them, and it just creates misalignment. We created a very easy-to-use, frictionless platform. It's all free. We don't inject any ads. We don't take your user information. It's a very transparent platform for the publisher, and that's why we're growing, because all of them, we didn't create any barriers for them to use it. We made it very easy for them to use, and the more they use it, the more our platform grows.
Okay. So last question. I see two problems when I look at the traffic data I can get from Playbuzz, which is, okay, first of all, that's not a problem. You got huge traffic. Mm-hmm. That's good. But there are a lot of mobile users, which are harder to monetize than obviously desktop users. Sure. And the other thing is that a lot of your traffic is gained through social media. So there's a lot of up and down in your traffic record.
That's true.
So how do you try to tackle those problems?
I agree with you. These are not really problems. It's conditions. This is how the world, we didn't create the world. We're just trying to do our best to navigate its different circumstances. So basically, you are correct in assessing that traffic is unstable. But guess what? Content is always unstable in traffic. Like sometimes there's a big event. There are elections in Germany. So, suddenly the news sites of Germany are getting much more traffic than they do on other days. And it's true that for us, we're driven less by events in the world and more just by sort of social behavior of users, patterns of behavior of users on social media. But it's okay. It's okay that sometimes we get more usage and sometimes less. In aggregate, when you look on a quarterly basis, our traffic is constantly growing, and I hope it continues to grow. In terms of mobile versus desktop, again, this is, the world is evolving. It wouldn't make sense to try and fight that. It makes sense to embrace it. So people consume more information on mobile devices than they do on desktop computers. And as long as that's what they do, we are trying to super serve them. So all of our templates, all of our content formats are responsive design and are mobile first and are suitable for integration in apps or mobile web or anywhere they'll put it. And this is really the logic. I mean, if tomorrow mobile will be gone for whatever reason and everybody will move to tablets or desktops or, I don't know, Google Glasses or however they'll consume information, we will try to adjust our platform to be suitable to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks a lot for your insights, and have a nice day.
Perfect, thank you.